There you go. Yeah, of course I am. But it's okay. It's a super sad fucking day. Really. Because Hulk Hogan died. Yeah, we're giving him I don't know. I think it's like the three ring salute. This is the closest thing I have to a ring ding. And that's all three of them for our dear Hulk Hogan. He's probably fucking so happy because, like Ozzy Osbourne, his wife and family are also scumbags. So I bet he is way fucking happy. I know I would be. Especially if I had a daughter that looked like his. She's got a weird ass nose. Anyway, anyway, I bet him and Ozzy Osbourne are the happiest ghosts fucking ever, and they're drinking a shot somewhere in heaven. Fuck yeah. Except for angels don't know each other. So that's not a real thing that'll happen. But we can imagine it. Am I still muted? Oh my God. Am I muted for real? It says I'm not muted. Why am I muted? Wait. Somebody talk to me if they can hear me. Talk to me if you can hear me. Because I just gave like a whole soliloquy or whatever the fuck that word's called about Hulk Hogan being the happiest ghost ever. So you heard me say Hulk Hogan was the happiest ghost ever? Him and Ozzy Osbourne, they really have to be the happiest ghosts ever because their families are scumbags. Just ah, you have say you made such a big name for yourself, and then your family shits all over it. Okay, good. Hi guys. Let me know what you're drinking and smoking. I'm drinking soda. I'm smoking basics and something called fudge sickle. Although I'm pretty much almost out of that. So what are you guys getting into? Where's my lighter? Oh yeah. Let's take off these Devon Dudley sunglasses and let me tell you what we're doing and let me tell you where we're at. So then I can invite you in. But the Hulk Hogan thing, that just happened. So, I'm still stuck in it because I am a wrestling fan. I am a wrestling fan. And that shit matters, at least to me. So I can put it on my show. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I bet you're the happiest ghost ever. But anyway, what we do here, other than those kind of things, is we read this great ass trilogy. Look, if you ever want to read a trilogy, read this trilogy. God said, because nowhere in this book can you find where God said that. Unless you're saying something God did say, then you might be able to find it. But some of that other wacky shit that other people say God said, look at it yourself, and I can guarantee you probably didn't say that. So don't unsubscribe your children from God's YouTube because some lunatic told you to. Because God's not all into that. Anyway. Anyway. Now, we are on book 2 of this trilogy. It's called Jesus, comma, who? Question mark. We are on the section Luke. Yeah, because I haven't figured out what to call those other things yet. Uh, so we're calling them sections. We're on section Luke. Uh, we're on going on to chapter 8. And oh yeah. So let me tell you what happened. Look, this Pharisee invited Jesus into his house. It's a fucking trap. He had a hose bag there on purpose. Anyway, so he's trying to clandestinely set Jesus up with a whore. So the woman starts like she sits at Jesus' feet and then she cries on him and she washes his feet and tears and hair. Not exactly sure, but she did. Okay. And then she had some oil, but this is not the same lady with the other oil. It's a different lady with, I guess, the same oil. Something is happening. I don't know. It's the same kind of oil. Anyway, the guy's thinking in his head, well, obviously, Jesus isn't a prophet because he doesn't know this hose bag. And then Jesus is like, I do know that's a hose bag and she's just fine. You know, she's treated me courteously, but yet this is your house and you have not said mi casa su casa. You know what I mean? You just kind of left me out here to fend for myself in this place that I don't know. But she's been keeping me company. What have you been doing? And dude's like, damn, that's a burn. I'm gonna need some burn cream. And that's what happened. So if you want to hear other stuff that just happened while Jesus is in between tour dates, come along this way. We have a good time. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what's happening. But I know we're going to have a good time doing it. So, man, really, it's taken me 10 minutes to do this. How do you guys tolerate me? I talk too much. So, what are you guys drinking and smoking? Hi, everyone. Welcome. Chat in the chat. I would love to interact with you. So, please chat in the chat. I will remember you probably. So, put your name in this here chat and maybe we'll come up with a nickname for you. Oh, tell him I said clandestinely hi. And if he feels somebody touching his butt, it was not me. Just saying. Okay, I'm done with life. Don't worry. Let's go. Let's go to chapter 8. Ice water and cigs. Man. I'm smoking New Harvest. Damn it. Man, I wish I could get to Cincinnati, but it's hard. But I would like to say, because I don't know if Firefly and them are coming in, but thank you for the PayPal. We are going to Harbor Freight to get them dog food in the morning. Well, okay, maybe not in the morning, but definitely when Dustin gets off work. We're going to Harbor Freight and we're going to get some dog food. It's going to be good. So I wanted to say thank you for that before I forgot. No, I lost my lighter. Here's one. Okay. So, chapter 8. And it came about soon afterwards that he began his tour again and proclaiming and preaching the KOG, and the 12 were with him. And also some women who have been healed of evil spirits and sicknesses. Mary, who was called Magdalene, from whom 7 demons had gone out, and Joanna, Herod's, no, the wife of Herod's steward, and Susanna, and many others who were contributing to their support out of their private means. What the fuck did that just say? Wait a minute. What did it say? No. Okay. And Joanna and Susanna, and there were many others who were contributing to their support out of their private means. So they had sugar daddies who were just giving them money to go on this tour. That's what that sounds like to me. Okay. And when a great multitude were coming together, and those from the various cities were journeying, he spoke he spoke by way of a parable, saying, the sower went out to sow seeds, and he sowed. Some fell beside the road, and it was trampled underfoot, and the birds of the air ate it up. Other seeds fell on rocky soil, and as soon as it grew up, it withered away because it had no moisture. And other seeds fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up with it and choked it out. And other seed fell into the good soil and grew up and produced a crop 100 times as great. And as he said these things, he would call out, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. And his disciples began questioning him as to what this parable might be. Well, son, this is how adults treat children. You know, sometimes they just fly off. Sometimes they just choke the spirit out of them. Sometimes they just let the devil take them. You know, but what does that matter, right? And then Jesus said, you fucking idiots. To you, as it has been granted to know the mysteries of the KOG, but to the rest, it is in parables, in order that seeing they may not see, and hearing they may not understand. Now, the parable is this: the seed is the word of God, and those beside the road are those who have heard, when the devil comes and takes away the word from their heart, so that they may not believe and be saved. And those on the rocky soil are those who, when they hear, receive the word with joy, but they have no firm root. They are very insecure in their religion. They believe for a while, and in time of temptation fall away, because they're highly insecure in their religion. That's not what that said, by the way. And the seed which fell among the thorns, these are the ones who have heard, and as they go on their way, They get worried about other shit. And they get caught up in the other shit. And then nothing comes of it. The seed on the good soil, these are the ones who have heard the word in an honest and good heart and hold it fast and bear fruit with perseverance. Now, no one after lighting a light, wait, now no one after lighting a lamp covers it over with a container or puts it under a bed, but he puts it on a lampstand in order to those who come may see the light. This is you being your own light. People are going to come in to the room where you are, and there's going to be the light. Okay? But also keep in mind, a light in a room full of lights is no good, because then there's no purpose for the light. The light is supposed to light its own space, its own room, its own thing, and then it gives light to the people who come in that room. And then maybe your light will wear off on them, and then they'll go into their room or their space, and then they're the light. But if you're a light in front room, if you are a light in a room full of lights, you're useless. So you got to be the salt packet of life. Your light comes with a parade and shit. Therefore, take care how you listen, for whoever has, to him more will be given, and to whoever does not have, even what he thinks he has will be taken away from him. And his mother's okay, here we go. And his mother and his brothers came to him, and they were unable to get to him because of the crowd. And it was reported to him, your mother and your brothers are here, waiting outside, wishing to see you. And Jesus said, my mother and my brothers are these who hear the word of God and do it. In other words, Mary lied to me my whole life. I don't know that shit. Not to mama. Now, it came about on one of those days that he and his disciples got in a boat, and he said, okay, we need to go to the other side. But as they were sailing along, he fell asleep. Here we go. Jesus is sleeping in the bottom of this boat, like downstairs. And he's down there sleeping. But up top, like the wind and the waves, and they're sinking, right? And the water's coming in. And they're like, we're done for. But then they run down there to Jesus, and they're like, hey, dude, you have no idea, but Jesus, wake up. And like I said in the other book, he rolls over and he farts on them. He don't want nothing to do with that, right? So then people are so freaking out, and then they're like, oh, Jesus, that smells bad, dude. And he's like, I've been eating fish sandwiches for days. Leave me alone. And they're like, look, you're awake. We're about to die. And he's like, you're not about to die. And they're like, dude, there's water. And he's like, oh my God, do I have to do everything? So then he gets up there and he tells the wind to shut the fuck up. He's trying to sleep. And then the wind shut up. And then he looked at everybody and he's like, you guys could have just prayed. You could have just prayed and everything would have been fine. But no, you can't do anything by yourself. You need me. See, I'm going to talk to my dad about this because I don't understand. And when he had come out onto the land, he was met by a certain man from the city who was possessed with demons and who had not put on any clothes for a long time. And he was rocking out with his cock out. And he was not living in a house, he lived in the tombs. So he lived with the dead people. Where am I at? Where am I at? Oh, right here. And seeing Jesus, he cried out and fell before him and said in a squeaky voice, wait, wait, hello?
Yeah! What are you doing here, Jesus? You're not supposed to be here. Your tour's not for another week. I bought a ticket. Well, I didn't buy the ticket, I stole the ticket. But I have a ticket to your concert, and it's not for another week. What are you doing here? What are you doing?
And then, wait, where am I at? Okay, what are you doing? And then he had, hold on, he had been commanding the unclean spirit to come out of the man, for it had seized him many times, and he was bound with chains and shackles to keep him under guard. But that didn't matter because he would just rip him out anyways. And then Jesus said, what is your name? And the devil demon guy was like,
my name is Legion, because there's a lot of me. Yeah, there's a lot of me, but listen, I gotta tell you something. Look, we don't exactly want to die. And really, we haven't been treating this man that bad. You know, we're not keeping him locked up or anything. He's good. But you're going to make us leave, and I understand that. Can we go live in the pigs? I always wanted to be a pig. Can I be a pig? I want to be a pig. Pick me. I want to be a pig. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah.
and then Jesus was like, yeah, go to the pigs. So these devil demon guys ran up in these pigs, and the pigs, you know, they oinked their way all the way off the cliff. And then, like, a dude seen it and ran into the city and was like, oh my God, he killed all the pigs. And then people were like, what? And they're like, go look at all the pigs. They're dead. And then the people came to Jesus, like, yeah, you gotta go. Like, listen, we know, you know, that you're the son of God and whatnot, but you just cost us a lot of money. So, you gotta leave, like yesterday. Like, if you would have left yesterday, this wouldn't have happened. So, you should have left then. But seeing as you're still here, can you leave now? Something like that, yeah. Wait, okay. And the people told Jesus to leave. So he got in the boat and returned. But the man who had all the devil guys in him was like, "Can I go?" And Jesus was like, "No, no, you can't. But you can return to your house and tell everybody what the hell just happened. It'll be a good time." Okay. And he went away, proclaiming throughout all the city everything that Jesus did. And as Jesus returned, the multitude welcomed him, for they had all been waiting for him. Yeah, because they wanted him to do more things for him, they mistaked him for a Slavic. And behold, there came a man to him named Jairus, and he was an official of the synagogue. And he fell at Jesus' feet and said, "Even though this book says my name, like I'm going to try to be a hero, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to try to save you at all. But I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I got this daughter, right? And wait, I have a daughter. She's about 12 and she's gonna die." And he went, and as he went, the multitudes were pressing against him. And a Nikki K ancestor who had a hemorrhage for 12 years and could not be healed by anyone came up behind him and snuck a touch. She like touched his weenus. She's like, "Weenus," haha, touched the weenus. And then, and then he said, way more than that. Like, "Luke, why do you get all skimpy right here?" Because he was like, "Who touched me?" And the disciples were like, "Everyone." And he's like, "No, this is different." And then he turned around and seen the Nikki K ancestor, and he was like, "You're fine. Go away. Stop touching me." And as he was still speaking, someone came out of the house and saying, "Your daughter has died. Do not trouble the teacher anymore." But when Jesus said, "Don't listen to that, she's faking. She's just sleeping, I swear." Swears he? And people were laughing at him, right? So when he entered the house, he did not allow anyone to enter except for Peter and the sons of thunder and the girl's parents. Now they were all weeping and lamenting her. And he said, "Shut the hell up, she's asleep." And they're like, "She's not asleep." And then Jesus went in there and pulled her up and said, "See, she's faking. Now go get her some food. And don't tell anybody because she was faking it. So don't tell anybody." All right. So what do you guys think about that madness? Oh, hey, Feather. How are you? It's good to see you in here. You haven't been here in a while. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. I would love to interact with you. We are in between chapters right now. We're taking a smoke break and some soda break. So, are you guys ready to hit this bowl with me? I am great, Feather. You want to hit this bowl with me? It's my Johnny Depp Mega Pint. I got it at the thrift store. I said, "Can you make this affordable?" And she gave it to me for $1. Right before the Johnny Depp trial. So then when they said Mega Pint, I was like, "Oh my God, I got one of those." Yeah, because he would drink mega pints of wine. Oh, yeah. I got this new medicine. It makes me forget what I'm saying, but man, it's great. Actually, I have therapy tomorrow. I should probably be like, haha, I forget what I'm saying in the middle of saying it. I get stuck. Oh my God. Let's hit this bowl. I need to get gray hair so that I don't have to wear this wig anymore. Because I'm telling you, this is the most itchy shit in the entire world. It's like, hey, how do you want to torture yourself? Well, I want to dress myself like an action figure with this big ass itchy wig. And then I want to make sure it's really on tight. So I'm going to put this hat on top of it. Yeah. Bible study for stoners indeed. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, right here. Hey, have you ever heard my Bible stories, Feather? I turn off all the time. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's hit this bowl one more time and then go on to chapter 9. I just thought about it. If this place wasn't the party pen in real life, we could call it the stoner, no, the sage's stoner study. Yeah. Try to say that 5 times fast. Okay. So, chapter. Oh, burning up, not turning up. I read that wrong. Sometimes this wig is really hot, and then with that hat on top of it, it's a double hot. By the time the show is over, I am ready to take this wig off like it's a bra. I'm telling you, I feel like a whole new person. when this wig comes off. And I only wear it for the hour I'm on the live stream. I want gray hair so bad. Okay. 1 second. Let's go. What am I doing? No one knows. Okay. We're just going to do that. Okay. So, chapter 9. And he called the 12 together and gave them power and authority over demons and to heal diseases. And he sent them out to proclaim the KOG and to perform healing. And he said to them, take nothing for your journey, neither a staff, a bag, bread, money. Do not even have 2 tunics. And whatever house you enter, and take your leave from there. No. And whatever house you enter, stay there, and then take your leave from there. And as for those who do not receive you as you go, shake off the dust from your feet as a testimony against them. And preparing, they began going about among the villages, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Now, Herod, I keep calling this a mayor. I don't exactly know what it is, but I'm assuming it's a mayor because it's not a king, right? I don't know, Miss Muddy or Nicole Slaw, Firefly. What's happening? Okay. Anyway, what is Herod? Yeah. Look, what is this word? What is Herod? Herod the tit rack? Titty rat. Tit rat. I don't know what the fuck that word is. Tetra. Isn't CH a word though? I don't know what the fuck is happening. What is happening? What is that word, Muddy? I don't know. See, somebody quit watching. Because I don't know things. What is happening? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to assume that's Mayor heard of all that was happening. And he was greatly perplexed because it was said by some that Jean le Baptiste was raised from the dead. Wait. Perplexed. Yeah, okay. And by some that Elijah had appeared, and by others that it's one of the prophets from the old. And Herod said, no, I had John killed, and not only that, he stuck his tongue out. Like, it was a very significant death because when they popped open that lid and she saw his face, she about died. It was the funniest thing, but I couldn't laugh in front of her. But I definitely had that guy killed because I remember the traumatic effect when they lifted that thing and showed her his head. I don't know. I thought it was funny, but you can't laugh in front of that lady. She has no sense of humor. I don't even know why. But my brother can have her back. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. That's what I said. That's how that conversation should have went. Oh, hold on, I'll tell you. TETRARCH. Okay. Yeah. That tit rack. That's what it sounds like. Tit rack. That's exactly what it sounds like. But anyway, whatever. Herod the Mule, whatever that is, right? The titty rack. He's talking about he had John beheaded, and then the traumatic after effect of them pulling the lid off and his face being like that, like, she was really traumatized. I remember that day because she was mad. She didn't find it as funny as I did. Man, I should just give her back to my brother because she's not all that amusing. Mm. Anyway, I want to see this guy. I myself want to make sure it's not John. Hold on. And when the apostles returned, they told Jesus everything that they had done. And taking them with him, he withdrew by himself to a city called Bethsaida. But the multitudes were aware of this because they followed his shining piles of shit. But the multitudes knew of this and followed him. And welcoming them, he began to speak to them about the KOG and curing those who had the need of healing. And the day began to decline, and the 12 came and said, "We need to stimulate the economy." Yeah. And Jesus is like, "No, we're their hosts. We're supposed to be giving them food and drink because they are in our company. So we can't just tell them, hey, sorry we invited you, but we don't have any food." And I'm pretty sure my dad said he would give us a fish sandwich. Remember the other day when he was like, he came from the cloud and he's like, "This is my son, fish sandwich for everybody." Well, maybe we should take him up on that offer. What do you think? And then the disciples were like, "Yeah, well, he did say fish sandwich." Okay, well, let's do that. And he was like, "No." And there was 5,000 men. And he said to his disciples, "Tell everybody to sit down and shut up." And so he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he said,
God is good. God is great. Now make big fish sandwiches, thick, fat, and great. Yeah, fish sandwich. Yeah, good time. Yeah, Dad, I gotta talk to you later. But fish sandwich, you said everybody gets a fish sandwich. You did say that. I remember. I thought real hard about it. Yeah, it's good time. fish sandwich. Okay, it's good time.
And they all were satisfied. And the broken pieces, which they had left over, were 12 baskets full. And it came about that while he was praying alone, the disciples were with him. And he questioned them, saying, "So who do these people think I am?" And they said, "Jean the Baptiste." Some say Elijah or a different prophet. And he was like, "But what do you say?" And fucking Peter, he said, "You are the Christ." But he told Peter, "Don't ever fucking say that again. You'll get us all murked. Do not say that again." Right. But look, seeing as you think that, the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders and chief priests and be killed and raised on the third day. That's 420. And he was saying to them all, "If anyone wishes to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life shall lose it. But whoever loses his life for my sake, he is the one who will save it. For what is a man profited if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? For whoever is ashamed of me and my words, of him the Son of Man will be ashamed when he comes in his glory and riding on cloud dolphin with his holy angels. And I say to you, listen, truthfully, there are some of those standing here who shall not taste death until they see the KOG. And some 8 days after these sayings, it came about that he took along Peter and the sons of thunder and went to the mountain to pray. Yeah. I'm not sure, Muddy. We'll look it up in a minute. And while he was praying, the appearance of his face became different, and his clothing became white. And two men were talking with him. They were Moses and Elijah. And then fucking Peter, who can't keep his mouth shut, he said, "Can we build you some houses? We'll build 3 houses. I know we're only up here for like a second, and we can't exactly build a house on a mountain, but do you think we could?" And then immediately a cloud covered, and the cloud was like,
"Shut up, Peter. Shut up. You talk too much. Look, if there was a talking too much button, I would press it on you all the time. You talk too much."
and then, hold on. Okay, a cloud is saying, "Shut up, Peter." And when the voice had spoken, Jesus was found alone, and they kept silent and reported to no one those days of any of the things which they had seen. Because Jesus was like, "Please wait till I die. Don't say nothing till I die." And it came about on the next day when they had come down from the mountain. a great multitude met him because they could no longer locate his shiny piles of shit. And behold, a man from the multitude shouted, saying, Look, look, I got a kid. He's my only kid, my boy. And spirit seizes him and suddenly screams, and it throws him into moving cars and whatnot. And it mauls him. It scarcely leaves him. And I begged your disciples to cast it out, and they could not. And Jesus said, How long? Huh. This sucks. Man, I gotta do everything? Never mind, don't answer that. Bring him here. And while he was still approaching, the demon dashed him to the ground and threw him into convulsion. But Jesus was like, Get the fuck out of here, and healed the boy and gave him back to his father. And they were all amazed at the greatness of God. But while everyone was marveling, he said to his disciples, Let these words sink into your ears. The Son of Man is going to be delivered into the hands of men. But they did not understand what this meant, and it was concealed from them so they might not perceive it. And they were afraid to ask him. An argument arose among them of who's the greatest. But Jesus, knowing them, said, Whoever receives this child in my name. Hold on. Whoever receives this child in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives God Senior. God Junior. For he who is least among you is the one who is great. And John answered and said, We saw someone casting out demons in your name. We saw that. We saw someone casting out demons in your name. But we told him not to because we don't know him. And Jesus is like, Why would you do that? Because he was with us is not against us. So if he is actually believing it and doing it on my name, let him. Can I meet him? Probably can't meet him. I am about to die soon. Never mind. Leave him alone. Damn. Where am I at? Where am I at? Yeah. And it came about when the days were approaching for his ascension that he resolutely set his face on Jerusalem. And he sent messengers ahead of him. And they went in and entered the village of the Samaritans to make arrangements for him. And they did not receive him because he wanted to go to Jerusalem. And they were like, Dude, that's suicide. Are you kidding? No way. Okay, so it's a governor, a mayor, because the governor is Pilate, so it would be a mayor. Man, I'm fucking smart. Ooh, I'm so smart. Muddy, you're so smart. We are so smart. We are so smart. Look, I don't know what's happening. Okay. So they were like, no, you can't go because it's suicide. Where am I at? Okay. And when his disciples, the sons of thunder, saw this, they said, Lord, do you want us to command fire to come from heaven and consume them? And he said, you do not know what kind of spirit you are. The Son of Man did not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And they went on to a different village. And they were going along the road, and someone said, I will follow you wherever you go. And Jesus said, foxes have holes, birds have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere. And then he said, come on. But he said, permit me to go and bury my father. And Jesus was like, okay, no. And another said, I will follow you, but let me go say goodbye. And then Jesus said, no one, after putting his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of God. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So what'd you guys think? Hi, everyone. Welcome. Chat in the chat. I would love to interact with you because we're done with today's reading. We're almost an hour into this. Ruler of a quarter region. So it is like a mayor. Well, it would be a mayor of a bigger area. That's cool. We're so smart. So, what did you guys think? It was good. There's about to be a bunch of cool things that happen coming up. Stories that most everybody knows, but it seems like they might have got convoluted through lies or people taking shit out of context to make themselves feel better. A lot of that stuff is coming up here shortly, and it should be, yeah, well, he Jesus dances to the beat of his own drum, and he's confident. Like, Jesus is way confident. Like, he's a man's man for sure. He says what he means and means what he says. Man. You know, I was thinking, shit, I don't remember. Yeah. Jesus. I think at first he started off kind of like level, like neutral. But the farther we get into this book and he realizes how stupid people really are, I think that's when he starts to get more aggravated and then starts expediting his demise. Like he was going faster. Like the more aggravated he gets with these people, he just moves it faster and faster and faster because he's just aggravated. Because really, truthfully, it seems like Jesus just purposely made this shit happen that fast. Well, I have mania. I have that. Probably why it seems like Jesus is expediting because I have that same disorder and I probably did the same thing, be all emotional about it and shit. Just, yeah. I mean, Jesus doesn't have flaws or anything, but at this point, God the Third is still human. So he has to have some kind of human tendencies because he is part human. He's like Hercules, and Hercules fell in love. So you think that Jesus would have the ability to get agitated and highly aggravated and highly emotional to just go on this self-righteous, self-deleting rampage that he's on. Yeah, yeah, and he actually, that's what we just read a minute ago. He's like, how long do I have to stay here? These people fucking suck. How long? You unfaithful and unbelieving generation, how long will I suffer you? Something like that. That's why Jesus is always like, God, I'm about to talk to you in a minute. And he is about to talk to him in a minute. Yeah, yeah. Nobody's paying attention, but they will when I die. Yeah. And I'm betting that is the same thought every person that's about to self-delete thinks. If people only listen to me, they would understand. And then boom. I really hope that's not their last thought. But it's usually what happens right before a self-deletion. People just think nobody listens to them and nobody cares. And I can imagine, yeah, I bet that's what the human part of Jesus was thinking. No, you don't act manic. People don't even know what the fuck that means. No, manic is very specific. Very specific. And you could have one manic episode and be labeled that for life. That's why I hate my therapist even put that on a thing. For me, now I'm labeled manic. And that is a really bad label to have because then they put you on antipsychotics. And then when people find out you're on antipsychotics, they treat you different. Yeah. And that's exactly what God the Third is thinking about this generation that we live in. I bet they're fucking listening now, which is why I think that's why he made me sit here and read this book because he wants people to listen. He needs new people. So I'm a very unlikely messenger of God, but so is John, so is Jesus, so is Elijah, Elisha, Samuel, all of them. They're quirky, weird ass people. Yeah, that's not manic either. That's called malingering, histrionic. That's histrionics disorder. That's what Amber Heard had. Has. Amber Heard has. Damn, where'd everybody go? I guess are we ready for bed? Oh, again, the bipolar disorder. I I fight hard against that label. I fight hard against the PTSD disorder bullshit because they tried to label me PTSD. Apparently I do have that, but I tried to fight really hard not to get that label or the manic label because if you get a BPD diagnosed or a manic diagnosis or a PTSD diagnosis, they put that on all your fucking papers and you will have that forever, even if you never have a manic episode again in your life. That will follow you. That's one of those labels that really fucking matters. Hey, Firefly, I was wondering about you. Hey, I want to say thank you for that dub. We're going to um, the Harbor Freight tomorrow and getting a big thing of dog food for the raccoons. And you're with the raccoon is going to be named. What the hell name did you pick for it? I don't remember what name you picked for it. Damn it. What the hell is happening to Discord? I lost connection. Oh my god. Was I kicked off Discord again? I think I was kicked off Discord. Uh-oh. Maybe Discord is down. I don't know. Shit. Was it a cat fight? Well, don't worry. Okay. Well, whatever Discord drama, don't worry. Oh, you shouldn't fight about AI because pretty soon they're going to be everybody's enemy. You guys should unite about fighting that shit. Wait, hold on real quick. I'm going to go get a soda. Hey, what are you doing? It's all right. I forgot you were awake. Okay.
1 second.
Hold on.
That's it. Yep, that's good. That's good. You want more?
No. Okay. Firefly. Ooh. Are you guys talking drama? I want to talk drama. What is it? I think AI is going to start telling the truth about these terrible ass people. Or these terrible ass God people. AI is going to let everybody know. And then all the government will want to fight AI. And then we'll get rid of it. Might take a while. Yeah, Muddy, what's the tea? Oh, everybody say hi to Henry.
Alright.
Miss Muddy, that is a badge of honor. I love getting told to fuck off because then that means I can go masturbate. And it's like, all right, that's a good time. Everybody said hi, Henry.
What's up, guys?
Got it. Who's the TJ? I'm almost glad I don't know these people. I mean, yeah, you can drop it in Discord, but Discord isn't popping up for me anymore. I don't know. Wait, oh, there it is. It popped up now. Oh, you wanted to name the raccoon Selena. Okay, I'll pick one and name it Selena. Ooh. Damn. Hey, be careful calling people weirdos, because that's what I call you guys. The only thing I can say is don't fuck up your rent money helping me take care of these outcasts that live in my backyard. And also, you could use my backyard to get married. I smoked a pipe that's mostly tricone. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me share my screen and we'll all watch it.
Of girth, shove thirst.
Well, Shaw's talked about that before.
Shove girth, shove thirst.
Well, Shaw's talked about that before.
Oh, well, she's talked about it, so therefore it's just free game, you know.
Well, yeah,
I've literally talked to you about this
right
shit,
response.
and you refuse to like you give her a free pass, right?
I mean,
by the way, fuck Miss Mud Duck, fuck QTC, fuck unfucking believable, fuck Red Feather, fuck the rest of you stupid fucking bitches. Fuck all of you. Get some goddamn dick.
I'm sorry, but that dude sounds sour. Like somebody told him no. Did he hit on one of you guys and he tell him no? And Feather don't mess with anybody, man. I don't know. But I would have told them, thank you for permission to go masturbate. I don't know. Like, haha. Now I can turn on my BOB. Thank you for permission. Hey, Feather, we just heard you get told to fuck off. I don't know. I didn't know you mess with people like that. Hey, I can play it again. Because I don't know why he would even. Feather, are you going around hurting people? Are you going around telling people that you won't have sex with them? Hold on, do you want to listen to it? Well, listen to it.
Shaw of girth, Shaw of thirst.
Well, Shaw's talked about that before.
Oh, well, she's talked about it, so therefore it's just free game, you know.
Well, yeah,
I've literally talked to you about this shit,
response.
and you refuse to like you give her a free pass, right?
I mean,
By the way, fuck Miss Mud Duck, fuck QTC, fuck unfucking believable, fuck Red Feather, fuck the rest of you stupid fucking bitches. Fuck all of you, get some goddamn dick.
Man, did one of you guys tell him no? One of you guys told him no. One of you guys wouldn't have sex with him. Which one was it? I bet it was Firefly. But you know what? If he says it when he's drunk, he means it when he's sober. You guys are shiesty cats. What? But you know what? What does that say about me? Ah, what does that say about me? I don't care what it says about me. Oh, all the best rivalries start with bingo. Yeah, you should see them old ladies and those women get so mad at each other over them bingo cards. Look, some of the fucking deepest rivalries happen over bingo. I just want to know, is this the Trailer Park Bible lady? Because I'm telling you what, when you showed me her, I was really afraid that's what I look like. Man, is that who you're talking about? Because I can't believe you showed me that. Who showed me that woman? because man, that was hard to watch. And I should be able to watch it because I make real ass content also doing Bible stuff. Is that who you're talking about? I don't remember what her name was. No, it's not Shani. Okay. Then I don't know this girl. Maybe I don't want to know her because she got you guys all worked up. Uh-oh. Oh, so he is on that Shani train. Look, I'm not one for hating on people or whatever, but that girl's content. Wait, and I don't even know if she does. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I don't want to talk shit about another creator I don't know. But that was really difficult to sit through because, again, she's another one of those people that uses the red words to vindicate the bullshit she's doing when clearly Jesus is not talking about a crime at all. It was really hard. Oh, damn, I hate girls like that. Oh, they're terrible. Uh, one of the lawyers, but she's a journalist, Megan Fox. She calls girls like that the white claw bimbos, white claw women, the like snooty bitches that get drunk and shit. Is she like that? That get all loud and hype when they're drunk? Hey, that whole praying for forgiveness after, God does put a limit on that because he says, I will not forgive you if you keep doing the same things over and over and over. Eventually, I'm going to quit listening because you're not learning anything. We'll get to that in the Old Testament because that is a big deal. Like, it's one of the things that, one of the last things that God actually says to these people before he leaves them. See, that is crazy. I can't look, and with fun like that, I don't know how you guys all ended up over here. She sounds like so much fun. Oh God. I don't know what's happening. But I don't, when I say things about this, I feel like I'm doing the same thing that these terrible God people do. Like if they don't fit in with what you think, they're no good. I feel like that's something I'm doing to the Shani, whatever her name is. I'm making fun of her because she don't do God like I do. Am I being a hypocrite? I'd answer me honestly if that's some hypocrite bullshit. because I can't really, I don't really know. I don't know if it's the same kind of thing. Oh, wow. Ricky, you just busted out with a Bible verse. No way. Oh. Wait, can we just take a second to point out the fact the mad preacher actually pulled out a Bible verse? Okay. Okay. Well, all I can say is I'm glad that I stole y'all from her. And, you know, if you see people in her chat, promote mine, promote me, because I don't know if people are really trying to get the word from her or not, or whatever. But if they are, point them to my channel. Oh my God. I don't know if you should do that or not. What's that called? Sub sniping or something? Like going into other chats to get viewers? What is that called? Because I feel like you guys should do that. Oh my God. Look, somebody's going to make a video about me talking shit about this lady that I don't even know. I, oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. You told me that before, but for some reason it didn't stick. But I know. Oh, I'm glad that I don't have trolls like that. Oh, is she one of those YouTube moms that locks her food up? Like, they're gonna steal my food. Bitch, you weigh 500 pounds. They need to steal your food. Shut up. Look, see, there I go again. I don't even know this lady. But there's a lot of YouTube parents, like parents on YouTube that give advice or whatever on how to rule your kids. Um, they get busted for abusing their kids. Like I've seen a bunch of them lately, you know. But I used to say this in my videos. If you catch me giving you parenting advice, which I'm not a good parent to begin with, I haven't had my kids since they were like 3 and 2, and I got them back when they were 17 and 18. Yeah, no, 16 and 18. So I can never give you parenting advice except for uh, don't joke with your kids about adult things. I learned that the hard way. Well, no, I wouldn't say I got them back. I would say I bombarded their life after prison. Man. Sometimes this drama shit, it makes me feel like I'm not so bad. And you know, when I feel like a bad girlfriend, I watch an episode of Bar Rescue and then I'm like, oh my God, at least I'm not like that. Sometimes other people's craziness makes you feel not so crazy. Or is that only me? Because somehow this lady's bullshit is making me feel inflated. Like, mm. Well, she probably didn't try to get them back because dick. I didn't try to get mine back because of crack. I don't know which is worse, but no dick is worth your kids, even a glass dick. Well, by that point, I was done for anyway. Mm, I don't know. No, you didn't derail anything. We weren't talking about anything. I'm telling you, if you ever feel like a bad girlfriend, watch Bar Rescue. If you ever feel like a bad partner, just watch Bar Rescue and be like, oh my God, at least I'm not like that. You know? Oh, yeah, my dad's got skin cancer. Just found that out yesterday. Oh, yeah. What'd you find in the Bible? Let's go back to the Bible. Let's stop giving evil a name. I mean, if she is evil, again, I can only go off what you guys say in that one video I seen. I couldn't even get through that whole thing. It was, oh, man. But first impressions of that lady was not good. Hold on. Wait. Ephesians 4:29. When we get into Jesus, he'll tell, well, he says, stay away from people like Paul who write too much and say too much and do too much. So you got to be careful with these books. I don't know where Ephesians is. Damn. Where's Ephesians at? Oh, there it is. Okay. 4:29. Let no unwholesome word proceed from your mouth, but only is such a word as is good for edification, according to the need of the moment, that give grace to those who hear. So instead of saying, God damn it, say, God bless America. Wait, what is the kind? Let him who steals steal no longer. Let no unwholesome word proceed from your mouth. What, like fuck? Shit. Motherfucking shit. Ah, this is a Pharisee. Again, this is a Pharisee writing this shit. So he's teaching you the law. Don't say anything we find offensive because we'll call it a sin. Let me not. But as for these verses in this Bible, in book 3 of Das Bible, just remember it was written by a Pharisee. And a lot of the things that he says in here is nothing like what Jesus said. So, like, you really have to look through the word magic in the Old Testament, or in the book 3 of Das Bible, the New Testament part. There's a lot of word magic in that book. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did drop another verse. That's right. All right, it's going to take me some time to find it. Jimmy. What is happening? Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, look. There's more writing in this Bible. I don't even know where it will be located at. Is it one of the small books? Is that why I can't find it? Because it's small. It's like one of those tiny books. Oh, there it is. Timothy 5:13, and at that same time, they also learn to be idle as they go around from house to house, and not merely idle, but also gossips and busybodies, talking about things not proper to mention. Haha, that's me. Don't tell your kids dirty jokes. No. I mean, I do tell my kids dirty jokes, but I mean, they're not so X rated, you know. But occasionally, and they turn so bright red, especially my daughter. She has no idea. She turns so red. Miss, I'm feeling a lot better. Oh, yeah. How does, yeah, but in Ricky's defense, he did say Timothy 5:13 before y'all started talking shit, though. It just, he had a premonition. You're not fucked, Muddy. I was the one talking shit on a live stream about somebody that I don't even know. So technically, if anybody shared this video with her, I would be fucked. Don't worry. And Muddy, you won't be fucked alone. Well, actually, all of what you guys said is completely valid. And more than just you say it. So I would say none of it counts as gossiping. It's more like you're warning me to stay away from them. It works. Yeah. Well, I was trying, Red, but Muddy said it counts. Hi everyone, press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. As you can tell, we're having all sorts of fun conversations. Oh shit. Hey, and that whole not lying thing counts. That does count. As long as you're not lying, that's not really gossiping. Yeah. We love you too. I do. I love you guys so much. This is the highlight of my day. Yep. And I've got almost all the pots and pans clean from that bombing. We bombed the house for fleas and all sorts of shit. Wait, we let off flea bombs, bed bug bombs. Uh, there was another kind of bomb that killed like flying things. I don't. There was 3 different types of bombs and we put them all off in the house. So, all the dishes are covered in poison and shit. So you had to rewash them. I had to rewash them. I'm still rewashing them. It's taking days. Yeah. And you know what? That's what I was saying. Am I being a hypocrite talking shit about this lady? Because I don't even know her. Like that is the exact thing I was saying, Feather. Like, do I really look like that lady? And should I be talking shit? I look, I the cats don't seem to be suffering as bad as they were. Because I'm telling you, all of my cats slept in the rain to cool down from them flea bites. It was bad. Yeah, I couldn't imagine having dogs, but at least you can bathe a dog. My cats will kill you. They would rather sleep in the rain. Well, I would hope not. Well, I hope to be an angel, but I hope I'm nothing like that lady. But again, she reads the Bible in her space, although it's not as messy as the party pen. And she does smoke weed on camera, and she does do her Bible thing. You know what I mean? And I'm in here in a house way messier than hers, in a fucking wig, reading the Bible. Like I really have no business talking shit about somebody in their space. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel bad about that. But man, she does it so wrong though. Like she and I'm not one to say somebody's wrong about the Bible because as you can tell, I get it wrong a lot. But man, she's hard to listen to. Flea powder? I didn't even know there was a thing called flea powder. Oh, man. Her white couch is gray. Oh, and she shits in a butt. See, then now that's going too far. I couldn't do that. Hebrews 10:24 and 25. All right, well, let's see. See, we should do things like this too, because then that'll get us all right on shit. Hold on. Hebrews 10. And let us consider how to stimulate one another to love and good deeds, not forsaking our own assembling together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another all the more as you see the day drawing near. It's kind of like what we're doing. I mean, like, I hate this book, but, right, let's consider how to stimulate one another in love and good deeds. That's exactly what we're doing, only we're talking shit instead. But you guys are raising me up, you know what I mean? In love with your good words, right? Like you are not like that lady. But also not giving up on other people because this is an open, live stream. Other people can come in and get our light and take it into their space because we don't need a room full of lights. We're here, we're assembling together, we are getting our light, and we are going in our own spaces and spreading the light because that's what we're supposed to do. But at this time, they would all be gathering in a house and whispering, talking about Jesus and whatnot. And it would have been very clandestine, except for Paul, because Paul is a Pharisee and he's teaching outside of Jew land. So no Jews are going to be following him over there to arrest him because they sent him over there. So I don't know what he did to get himself beheaded, but I'm sure he did it in a country that wasn't Jew land. But anyway, we're not there. We're just talking about 24 and 25. Again, it's like us getting together. Jesus was around. Yeah. And Jesus even said that. I'm not here for the righteous. Righteous. I'm here for the sinners, the weirdos, the people that don't fit in. I'm here for them, to teach them the word. Because people like us back in the day, they would have not let us read the Bible. They would have not let us be anywhere near the Bible. We would have only been taught what the church taught. We wouldn't have had the Bible ourselves. That's why Jesus came and told us all this shit in here is fake. Just do it this way. I think Jesus would have called us the downtrodden. I've proclaimed to be perfect. I am perfect at being a disappointment. Yeah. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to disappointing. I'm the perfect disappointment. Yeah. Ricky, I can't believe you're reading Das Bible. And I mean, all of us are a disappointment to somebody. We might as well be the perfect disappointment. I read on a bathroom stall in a bar once. If practice makes perfect and nothing's perfect, why practice? You know, that is a very true statement. And, and the Bible is one of the hardest things to understand. Man, and when you're high, it does click. But then when you're not high, it's like, fuck, what did I just say? Because I'm sure it was profound as fuck. It's okay, Firefly. We all need to fall asleep. As a matter of fact, we do need to go to bed. So, let's say goodnight. Yeah. We stayed up the other night really late. That's why I didn't edit yesterday's video. It was so fucking long. But yesterday was some profound ass shit too. I should clip that into something. But anyway, yeah, let's all say goodnight. Okay, yeah, I'm going to say something about flea powder. Because maybe we can order that on Amazon. Yeah. We'll cover the cats in powder. They'll love it. Okay. There's one more good night. Oh, yeah, we got some spray and tried to spray the cats. They about died. They didn't want to have no part of that, man. Yeah, I broke my vacuum with diatomaceous earth. I'm not allowed to touch things. Yeah. I tried to, like, put that shit all over my house and vacuum it up. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Y'all be amazing. Love your spouses, your friends. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, guys. I'm out. Good night. I love you. All right. I love you guys. I'm hitting the outro. Oh, see, everybody's saying good night. I don't want to leave without saying good night. I hate goodbyes. It's the worst ever. Anyway, I'm hitting the outro. See ya.